the 89 anymore because too many places are banning it. But honestly, people's problem with mathematics doesn't have anything to do with a calculator. It's like saying people's problem with talking to each other has something to do with a cell phone. Because it can do algebra, and the thought is that you might sneak off and do algebra on it instead of actually learn the algebra. Huh? The 89? Just don't say anything and see if you can get away with it, because it's not, like if the questions are worded, like the questions are worded here, there's no way you could use a calculator to do all those problems, right? So, and also you're going to have to show work, so how are you going to punch it in? It's just like it gives you the answer. Well, you paid $150 for a nice answer book. Sometimes knowing the answer, what the answer should be, is one of the best ways to do problem solving. All right, last problem for today. This one's easy compared to everything else we did. You're supposed to calculate the average rate of change. You do this all the time. Well, I guess in New Jersey it might be a little harder, but often you drive places and you say, it's going to take me 35 minutes to get there. You do a calculation in your head. You say, this is about the distance it's going to be, and you have another mitigating factor called traffic, but you add it in, and you're doing an average rate of change. Like on average, I should get there in about 35 minutes. On average, from Randolph, I get here in about an hour and a half. But you get the idea. You do this calculation all the time. And the way you do this is you take the final time point, which is, you plug in the final, they want it from 2 to 4, so this is the final time point, and the beginning time point, and you subtract them. So I calculate f at 4, that's the final time point, and f at 2, which is the beginning time point. I just plug it in there. And I didn't have a calculator sitting in front of me, and I was too lazy to walk downstairs and get the 89, so I actually did the math in my head. So that's step one, just calculate f at 4 and f at 2. I copied it, next page. So it's still there. Second is you calculate the deltas. So calculate how much f has changed between 4 and 2 and divide it by the change in x from 4 to 2. How much has x changed between 2 to 4? 2. So that's the bottom. How much x has changed at the bottom. How much y has changed at the top. So y has changed by, it's a slope. That's what you're doing. You're taking the 2 points and calculating the slope. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I get 360. That's it. You want it to be 10 slides like the other problem? I promise the time of death project is much more fun because you're applying it, so it's not like you're just sitting there and saying, open wide, teach me all this stuff. You're actually doing something fun.